Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you guys are really well. Today we're coming back for a start of season Norwich City review. I thought I'd do this on Google Hangout to get your guys' interaction on this because that's always good. So as you can see on the right hand side of this screen, we've got a live chat. You can use that to interact with what I'm saying and all of that good stuff. And yeah, just get involved really. And that'll be really cool. So I'm going to be talking about what's gone on in the season so far. I'm going to be talking about going forwards and also what's gone right, what hasn't gone right, that kind of stuff. All very nice indeed. We've already got some people in the chat. So hello to Luke Rumbelow. How are you, mate? Always knocking about in the video comments is Luke. So thanks very much for that. As always, I always look at the comments. So I always know the people who are commenting all the while. So it's always great to see you guys interacting, which is always really good fun to see. So let's go back to this first game of the season, shall we? It was Crystal Palace at home. Let's take a trip back down memory lane and see what happened. So obviously we lost that game 3-1, but it was a very pleasing performance, wasn't it? And a performance that we were all we didn't really know how Alex Neil would set up in the Premier League this season, mainly because it was a massive step up for him. He'd never managed at this kind of level before. And yeah, it was just very interesting to see how he was going to approach the Premier League compared to the Championship, where we were expected to win pretty much every week, going into the Premier League where we weren't expected to win every week. So was he going to play this sort of defensive style of football that we saw under Chris Hughton and to try and scrape points? Or was he going to execute the same kind of game plan and go into it very attacking? We saw he went into it very attacking, which was fantastic to see. And he's carried that all the way through throughout the season, which has been absolutely fantastic. Right, let's see some comments. Bomnivore says, Jack, will this be available to rewatch? Yes, it will be, mate. That'll go straight onto my videos. Rushy is on fire. Hello. Ham Lloyd, I'm looking forward to seeing Olsen back. Yes, Olsen, of course, will be coming back very soon, hopefully. So yeah, Crystal Palace, 3-1 defeat. Pretty disappointed, but all the fans came out of that very positively. I've done fan interviews after that game. There wasn't one that was criticising anyone, but everyone said after that, right, we need a striker, we need a centre-back. That's all that anyone really said. They were all very upbeat. Do I really need a light on here? Let me just turn this lamp on. Is that better? That might be better. But they all said, look, we played some decent football. We just need a few quality additions, myself included. The style of play we had was fantastic. But I agree, we needed a centre-back, we needed a striker. So we went into the next game, which was Sunderland. And wow, we were just awesome against Sunderland, like so good. Made a great video up there, really great away day, just a really fantastic day. And we played some of the best football I've ever witnessed us play, except for Wembley and probably a couple of games in the Championship. That was the best game I've ever seen Norwich play. Well, under Alex Neil anyway, for a very long while. We executed a fantastic game plan. All of our players looked really up for it. We had defenders on the score sheet. All was really good. Then we went into Stoke, and that positivity sort of crept out. I mean, it was a good point against a fairly strong Stoke side. But once again, the fans were like, look, we need a striker. We need a centre-back. Everybody was saying the same thing. And so, yeah, we had that. We should have really won that game. And then the meltdown started happening at Southampton, a 3-0 defeat, a horrible Stephen Whittaker sending off. It all just went wrong at Southampton. And then we didn't sign anyone on deadline day. So we kind of left going into an international break after a very great start to the season with a lot of fans feeling quite down and quite sort of downbeat about everything. So let me know what you guys are thinking about the start of the season in the comments. Pedro Meyer says, do you honestly think we'll stay up? Yes, I will get onto that very shortly. Lake said, what happened to Yedlin? I believe Yedlin went to Sunderland, I think. Don't know why he picked Sunderland over us. No idea. Russia is on fire. Will you be going to the Capital One Cup game versus West Brom? Yes, I will. Loads of videos there. And Luke Rumbelow says, and then we didn't get a centre-back. Indeed. So let's get on to them centre-back and strike partnership and strike positions then. So in every game we've seen we do need a centre-back, mainly because we've looked a bit shaky there. We haven't looked too bad, but we haven't been playing the best teams. But we know when we get to like Man City and Man United and them kind of teams, they're going to, make us really work. And let's not forget, this current defence, the squad's defence, is actually weaker than what we had in the Championship. We've got less defenders than what we had in the Championship, and none different. I mean, you can put Robbie Brady in there, but it's the same one. We've got Russell Martin, we've got Seb Bassong. Are they really Premier League quality? Maybe Seb Bassong on his day. I don't think Russell Martin is. And then we've got sort of Stephen Whittaker at right back, or Andre Wisdom. So it's not looking great there. Strike up front. I'm actually feeling a bit more positive for that. I mean, Mbakani, he's pretty unknown. We can all sort of go on YouTube, highlights, reels, but at the end of the day, we don't really know what he's like. I think he's going to be decent, personally. I think he's going to score some goals. It all depends on his fitness, really. Whether I can't get my words out. Whether he will stay fit, and when he is fit, he'll be properly up to match fitness. Because apparently, according to some people, he's not the most fit. So get him scoring, I don't know, 10 to 15. No, maybe not 15 goals. Like 8 to 10 goals this season. That'll be lovely. Now, a player I'm going to put in the equation that we haven't seen so far, and we all expected to go out on loan, Kyle Lafferty. I genuinely think he can do a job for Norwich City. Now, when he first joined up Norwich, I was really impressed with him. His work ethic was just second to none. Absolute baller in that department. It's just his finishing wasn't that great, some of them parts. But I genuinely think under Alex Neil, he might be quite decent. I might be clutching at straws here a bit. But let me know what you guys think about Kyle Lafferty, because I think he could actually do a job. Hannah Lloyd, will I be going to West Ham away on the 26th? Yes, I will be. Already got my train tickets for that. Hid3791 says, missing out on a centre-back may cost us if there's any suspensions on injuries. Yeah, now this is what I want to talk about. Thanks for reminding me. It's suspensions in the African Cup of Nations. So the African Cup of Nations will rule out Bassong, Malumbu and Mbakani, 3 of our best players. That comes about, I think, January. So we might just get away with it if we get deals done in the January transfer window. So that's going to play a big part. And obviously injuries and suspensions. We're not going to be able to go through the whole season without any players getting injured. Yeah, I've just realised I haven't put a name tag on. That's very amateur of me. Let's put that on now, actually. I kind of just rushed home from college and whacked this on, so I kind of forgot to put right. Choose logo. Hopefully this will come up midstream. Right, I'm just going through my files here. Non-backed. Sorry, I'm just going through my files. Right. Okay. Cock. Custom overlay. Oh, it's all right. Open. Oh, there we go. Can you see that? Lovely job, baby. You know my name. All right, let's go to the comments again. Hannah Lloyd, it's my birthday on the 26th and hoping to get tickets tomorrow. It would be great to meet you. Yeah, I mean, if you're at West Ham, any of you, not just Hannah, I'll be there. I'll be about. So if you see me, come and say hi. We can have a chat or whatever. I don't bite. Luke Romulo says we should have bought Gale. Yeah, I think we did try and buy Gale. It was just that Crystal Palace pulled the plug final minute, so we can't really do much about that. Everything was in place to get Gale. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. I suppose that's the way the transfer window works sometimes. Pedro Maya and also Croppers Gaming. Croppers Gaming thinks Lafferty can score goals, plenty of goals, as we've seen in his international games. But then Pedro Maya says, you think Lafferty can consistently score goals in the Prem? Laugh out loud. Now, until we see Lafferty play in the Prem, we don't know, do we? But what we know he will bring is work ethic and a physical presence. Now, to me, if you've got them two attributes to a player, you're going to get goals. If you've got the service, eventually you're going to score goals. He might not be prolific, which, Jerome and Grabban probably are a bit more prolific, but he's another option. He's there. He's scored goals for Northern Ireland in that centre forward position. If we are thin on, bit thin, stick him in there. I'm more than happy to see him play. I wouldn't gripe if I saw Lafferty on the team sheet. Maybe West Brom in the Cup might be a great opportunity to give him a go. I'm actually really looking forward to cup competitions this season. It seems like Alex Neil has taken them seriously. I love cup competitions. I think they're a great opportunity to win games, to get winning mentality, to try out different players. I don't care what anyone says about the Capital One Cup. I enjoy seeing Norwich City winning it. That's, at the end of the day, I would much rather see us win in the Capital One Cup than lose, put it that way. How do you think McCartney is going to perform in upcoming games? So, yeah. I don't think McCartney will start this Saturday's game. I think it will be Jerome. An interesting one is going to be Lewis Grabban. Now, I'm going to make a separate video on Lewis Grabban because I've got a lot to talk about there. I don't think Lewis Grabban will be playing. He might be on the bench, I'm not sure. But I want to see Jerome start. And I'd love to see McCartney come on as a sub to just see what he's got. I think he needs a bit more time in training, a bit more time to get fit, and then we'll start to implement him into the team. So I'm expecting McCartney to maybe have a bash this weekend and get on the pitch, but I'm not fully expecting him to play a big part this weekend. But I think McCartney will be good for us. I think it was good that we got him on a loan deal. We don't want to risk like 4 or 5 million or whatever they wanted for him for an unproven striker. I think it's good if he scores goals, get him on a permanent. Lovely jubbly. But yeah, the start of the season, I read a fantastic article today on My Football Writer. I can't remember who it was written by. That's very bad of me. But it was really, really good. And it sort of put things into perspective for me because I'm not sure what you guys are like. But I know that me, after deadline day, I was working deadline day. I was presenting for Ball Street and I had to stay really neutral. I couldn't really let my emotions out. But it was killing me inside to see Norwich City not doing business and all other teams doing business. West Ham, Watford, all of these teams were doing great business and we were just doing nothing. And the worst bit was we all expected us to do business. So I was really deflated. I was really down. I was like, what are Norwich doing? And then a couple of days later, I released that video about McCartney and I was a bit more upbeat. And now I'm feeling great again. I'm feeling positive about Norwich City. I just think that at the end of the day, as he worded it in the article, right, this chap on My Football Writer, he said, after the Stoke game, everyone was upbeat. They thought Alex Neil was God's gift. They thought the players were great. Then we lost to Southampton, and suddenly all of our players are inept of playing football. Stephen Whittaker's gone back to being an absolute goon. And, football fans have very short memories, don't we? At the end of the day, let's put it this way, right? Were there players out there better quality than what we currently have? Possibly. I mean, I'm not sure about centre-backs. I genuinely don't know many centre-backs better quality than Basong and Russell Martin who could have come in at a fairly decent price. I mean, yeah, you can talk about Van Dijk. Realistically, were we ever going to get in when Southampton came calling? No. That Danish chap, don't really know much about him, probably wasn't much better. There's no point in adding players to your squad if they're not improving the team. Yes, we all want to see us do business. And yes, it would have been great if we got some of these players, but it wasn't for the lack of trying. I genuinely believe that we really did try hard to get the likes of Gale and other players. But we got Jarvis. Actually, we did do dealings on deadline day, didn't we? We got Jarvis and McCartney. McCartney will add something to the strike force. Matt Jarvis will add competition to the midfield. And to let Bradley Johnson go, again, it was, there's no sentiment left in football anymore. I genuinely don't think players have too much of an attachment to clubs. If you think about this, if you were a football player and you were going about from team to team, you're really just thinking about your career. If you're not playing first team football and you want to progress forward, you're not going to stay at that club as much as you love them. So Bradley Johnson, it was sort of like a fourth choice midfielder or £6 million. You're probably going to go for the £6 million. That can be reinvested into the club, and hopefully maybe in January we can use that to splash some cash. So yeah, it felt horrible on the day, but I genuinely don't think deadline day was too bad. I'd love to get your guys' opinions on that. Lake, I think McCartney will be good, but isn't Isn't he more of a short-term option with his age? Yeah, what is Mbakani, like 29, I think, so he's getting on a bit. But he's scored everywhere he's gone, which is good. I think he'll be a decent attribute to the team. Luke Rumbelow said, have you thought about doing a Football Manager series? No, I don't really play any games anymore, to be honest. Hannah Lloyd, Ruddy or Rudd to start versus West Brom. 100% Rudd. I'd use him as our cup keeper all season. I think Rudd's a fantastic goalkeeper as well. He's not that much worse than John Ruddy. In some games I've seen, he's been absolutely magnificent. So definitely Rudd for that game. Beansy, I'd agree with the idea. We have to buy better, but with the centre-back situation, we needed someone as a backup with the free transfer window opening. Yeah, we could have gotten a backup. I know what you mean. If Basson gets injured, or Russell Martin, that leaves us with sort of Ryan Bennett, and that's it. You know, Ryan Bennett isn't the most he's injury prone, put it that way. Wanderers number 9, I enjoy your videos. Wolves fan, thank you very much, mate. Good to see you in the chat. Southampton needs to be put behind us. That was a game we will not live long in the back of Alex Neil's head, definite. Saturday, definite 3 points from TLW. Yeah, we can't dwell on the Southampton game. It was just a bad day at the office. No one looked up for it too much. We just need to make sure that whole sort of mentality and the way we performed is eradicated completely out of our game against Bournemouth this Saturday, which is huge, by the way. Pedro Maia, score predictions versus Bournemouth. I'm not going to do that just yet. You can catch that in my Bournemouth prediction, which will be coming later in the week. Beansy says, with the free transfer window opening and only 24 places in our 20. So Carlos Cuellar on a free. No, thank you, mate. So the start of the season for me has been decent. If you would have said to me, would you have taken 4 points from the first 4 games? Probably would have taken it. We've settled in. I think we don't look out of place, really. We looked a bit out of place against Southampton, but as I said, that was a bad day at the office. So a fairly decent start for me. No players have really disappointed me too much. I think Brady looks like a fantastic addition to the squad. Really, really happy with that signing. 7 million looks like a steal, to be honest. Like 7 million is not much in this current market. Just looks like a really quality addition to the team. You've then got Jarvis just ahead of him that I'm going to be looking forward to seeing him play. I can remember Jarvis at Wolves. He was at Wolves, wasn't he? And actually, Wanderers number 9. Let me know your thoughts on Jarvis. I'm sure Jarvis used to be at Wolves. He looked awesome there, and then he made the move to, where'd he go? West Ham, didn't he? And I think there was a stat something like the most successful crosses in a season or something. So Jarvis is a good player, and to get him on a free is decent. Let me know your thoughts on Alex Neil, because a lot of people have been saying he's completely out of his depth after the transfer window and after the Southampton game. So again, it's short-term memory for football fans, really. Let's not forget Alex Neil. Yes, he is inexperienced in this league. He's going to be making mistakes, but for people to be calling for his head, like, come on, guys. Some people have got to be joking when they say that. Pedro Maia, if you don't think we'll get relegated, where do you think we'll finish? Right, let's get on to whether I think we'll get relegated. Now, all of my mates think Norwich are going to get relegated. All of them. That's fair enough. They don't watch Norwich week in, week out. All of us guys do. Now, I'm sure you guys will agree with me that we probably have one of the worst teams on paper. Now, we all know that having a good team on paper means absolutely nothing. Under Chris Hughton, in that final season of his reign, our team was awesome. We had a decent team. We done crap. Under Paul Lambert in the first season, we had a pretty poor squad on paper. We finished like, 12th? So that doesn't mean anything. All we need to make sure we do is perform to a high standard, that the manager's getting a high standard out of us, playing with a consistent game plan and executing that to the best of our ability. If we do that, I'm confident we'll stay up. But you've got the likes of Watford, who've signed tons and tons of players. What have they got? Like 22 different nationalities. They've got an insecure board. Their managers just come and go all the while. Genuinely think that we don't, there's worse teams in this league. Not on paper, but as the whole club's run, I genuinely think there's worse teams in this league. You've got Bournemouth, who 2 of their best players have just been ruled out in Tyrone Mings and Max Gradle for the whole of the season. That's 2 massive players for them. Infrastructure's not great. Things like that. You've got them. You've got Sunderland, who look dreadful the first couple of games. Pretty sure they still haven't won a game. They don't look too good. There's teams in this league that we can beat. We've already seen that. We played Sunderland off the park. We've got Bournemouth this weekend. That's going to be a very interesting game to see how we fare against a team like Bournemouth. Lots and lots of clubs who we can pick points off, even off like Chelsea, Man United. These big teams have looked poor at times this season. If we can, get, 6 points from the top 6 across the season, we'll be fine. I genuinely think we'll be fine. I'm still feeling positive. Beansy says, Alex Neil has been phenomenal for us. Anyone who suggests he's out of his depth or should be sacked, the bonkers. Yeah, completely agree. Alex Neil, he said that he's inexperienced, but the thing I love about Alex Neil is he's proven that age doesn't matter. He's 33, youngest in the Prem. And as long as you've got good work ethics, you can get the best out of your players. It really doesn't matter how old you are or how inexperienced you are. There's going to be mistakes he makes, yes, but I genuinely think over the course of the season, it'll be good. Final comment, because I need to wrap this up very soon. It's from Hannah Lloyd. I'd just go out there and say one of my most committed fans. So Hannah, thank you for staying so committed to Talk Norwich City. I do appreciate it. It says, all my friends also say we're going to get relegated, but from the first 3 matches, excluding Southampton, I think we've looked really good. Let's just hope McCartney can score goals. I agree. I think it does. McCartney has got a lot of pressure on his shoulders. He needs to score goals. But let's not forget that Cameron Jerome hasn't really hit the season running. If he can grab up a few games, grab a few goals, score like 6 to 10 this season, that's another player who we haven't seen the best out of yet get some goals. Final 2 then. How confident are you of keeping Redmond? He started very well and I'm excited to see how he develops. Redmond's a player who's really flourished over this past 6 months. I'm pretty sure we'll keep him for another couple of seasons, but by the time he gets to a really, really high stage, which I think he will, I doubt we'll be able to keep him unless by that time we're like a Swansea who's really pushing up. But I think we might eventually lose Nathan Redmond because he really has got class and talent. He's just, when he gets the ball, you just know something's going to happen. And we haven't got many of them players at the club. Fine. Jam Donut 22 says, please shout my comment out. There you go, Jam Donut 22. One True Eagle. This is a lovely comment to finish on. Palace fan here. You keep playing like you did against us, and there's no way you're going down. Just look at Leicester. Completely agree. I'm finishing on that comment because that is, it's like if the thing. Football fans, not just Norwich fans, all football fans, it matters all about the result, people think. Let's take Palace. We lost 3-1. If you just picked up a paper and saw we lost 3-1, you'd be gutted. But I was buzzing at that performance because I knew how good we were. And if we can carry that out throughout the season, we will win enough games. Stay positive, people. I love you all. I'll see you very soon. If you just catching this or whatever, you can catch up with it on it'll go as a normal video on my YouTube channel. But thanks so much to everyone who's watched. Lovely to see a very active comment section. What is it, 5:30? So most of you have only probably just got home from school or college or whatever. I know I have. So have a fantastic evening. New videos throughout the whole of this week. I am very dedicated to this channel this year. So thank you very much. I'll see you soon. Peace out.